What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to answer a question that I have gotten over and over and over, and I myself was wondering. If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how bad is a $2,000 pickup truck. I'm going to show you guys the good, bad, and ugly of this truck. So come on, let's take a look at it. Alright, for starters, this truck is a 2006 Chevy Silverado. It's a 1500 or a half-ton pickup truck. It is two-wheel drive. And there are approximately 176,000 miles on this thing. So I myself have put about 12,000 miles on this truck, and I can honestly say this thing has been amazing. Overall, this has been one of the best purchases I've ever made. As you guys saw in that quick video, this truck is far from perfect. And if you only want to spend $2,900 or somewhere close to that on a vehicle, you're gonna have to be okay with it having a truck that's not perfect. Luckily, I can fix a ton of things on all these vehicles. And also, I'm okay with some of the things that are wrong with this truck, and I continue to drive it just the way it is. Starting up at the front, you guys did see in that video that this front fender is damaged. Now this was done prior to me owning it, but there's a huge gash right there. I really don't know what caused it, but it is what it is. A new fender on here would only cost about $150. I just don't think it's worth my time to fix it. Moving along the truck, you do see that there is some rust down at the bottom. Again, with the truck with this much miles, it really doesn't bother me too much that there's rust down there. If we continue down, you can see there's some small nicks and there's some rust marks here. It's just a bit beat up. I mean, this is a work truck. Coming around the back, you can see that this back bumper is just pitted with rust. A bumper for this vehicle would not be very much money. I think I saw them on eBay for under $250 shipped. So if I really did want to replace that, I could. But then again, with all the bodywork problems that this truck has, it really doesn't bother me that much. Moving to the passenger side, this side is much cleaner on the truck. There are still some dings and scratches up here, but overall, this body side is a lot nicer than the other side. Moving up to the front bumper, if you guys can see, there's this big gap in there. I really don't know why this is. I was first nervous that the bumper was going to fall off, but after pushing on it and driving it for 11,000 miles, I really don't think that thing is going anywhere. Moving across to the hood, it's hard to tell on camera, but there is a paint color difference. I think this vehicle was maybe in a crash or a collision, and the hood was damaged, and maybe possibly the bumper as well. That would explain that, and it would explain this here. But the whole hood is like painted a different color. It's more of an off cream white compared to the nice brighter white on the side panels. Yes, the headlights are foggy, very, very foggy. Again, I don't think this is really a big deal. They still work. There's no problem with them. They just don't look the best. One of the first modifications I'll ever do on a truck or vehicle or anything is tinting the windows. There are so many benefits to tinting the windows. I don't want to get into it now. It's a lengthy conversation, but this right here is 20% window tint. It's a good happy medium. It's pretty dark. At the same time, you can still see somewhat in the vehicle. But like I said, I don't want to get too much into that. That is a long video to do. Another thing that I added to this truck was this bed box right here and this back rack. I have videos of both of these being installed. Make sure to check those out. But again, because this is a work truck and I use it for work and I put stuff in the bed and I'm getting tools all the time, it was a no-brainer to spend a little bit of money and install a bed box and a back rack. As cheap as I am, I also did buy both of these used off Craigslist. A typical bed box is around maybe $300 to buy new. I bought this one brand new off a seller on Craigslist for $150. So I would highly, highly suggest if you guys want modifications like a bed box, toolbox, a back rack, check out the local classifieds, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, eBay. All of those have great, great deals. So like I said, I only spent $150 on this bed box. I saved about half the money from buying new. And this back rack, these are usually almost $200. I bought it for $70. Guys, that's a steal. $70, it was in like new condition. Yeah, there's some scratches on it, but guys, it's a work truck, or at least this one is. Looking into the bed, this truck did come with a plastic bed liner. Now, again, that's another conversation of, oh, what's better, plastic bed liners, rhino lining? There's all these different products they have, or they have like bed rugs, lots of different options. Another video for another time. this truck has a plastic bed liner. I'm very happy with that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So please excuse the rake in here, but I have this landscape rake in here from a job a couple weeks ago. Here's the plastic bed liner. I got a lot of comments in my last video saying, oh, it's probably rotted underneath that bed liner, all of this, all of that. Well, I want to show you guys something. Check this out. If you open that up, not rotted at all. Hopefully you guys saw that. But really, this thing is in really, really nice shape under there. If you guys can see that. You can also see the slit right here. Inside of there, it ain't rust colored. It's white, just like the outside of the truck. It honestly looks like they didn't even run this truck too long without a plastic bed liner in it. So it's a 2006. They probably put it in within the first year or two, and the bed's actually been preserved pretty nicely. Another thing people don't really talk about is the frames and underneath their vehicles. So as you guys can see, this truck is fairly clean. I mean, I live in Ohio in the snow belt, and yes, you are gonna get some of your typical rust in your fender wells, but really, it's not like it's caked on. It really is very clean of a truck. As you can see, it's a little muddy, but rust-wise, it's really not as bad as I've seen some Ohio trucks. So moving into the interior of the truck, you can see this is the work truck version, so it's manual windows. And in a previous video, I showed you guys that this seat was all torn up. I ended up doing the good old duct tape fix, literally just threw duct tape, black duct tape, right across the seat, and that saved me about $60 than buying a new cushion. You could say 60 bucks isn't a lot, but on a $2,900 pickup truck, that's a considerable amount to me. Why would I spend 60 bucks more on a work truck? Moving into the truck, you can see it's got all your normal controls. I did upgrade the factory radio. There is a video of me installing this. Go ahead and click the link in the description and you can watch that video. This radio has been amazing for me. I am meaning to do a review of this radio. I haven't had time. I will put one out soon, but this radio cost me $26. It is fantastic. I cannot tell you guys enough. So moving on, obviously you have the front row seats right here. You can see the window tint on that window, the sun bar, and then that window. I also do have the back window tinted as well. For the most part, this truck works pretty well. I'll fire it up for you. Heat and air conditioning and everything work, except on the number 4 setting. Don't ask me why, I don't understand. 3 works, 4 doesn't work, 5 works fine. Heat, air, whole shebang, that works fine. The radio does work, has Bluetooth, aux, USB, whole 9 yards. And if you look down there, there is a service airbag light. I've been meaning to fix that as well. It's a little impact sensor on the front of the vehicle. I just, again, have not had the time or really wanted to mess with it and spend money on it. But going through, it looks like the truck has 175,984, so almost 176,000 miles. And I myself have put on 12,049 miles. Lastly, I want to show you guys the interior roof of this truck. You guys can see that this roof does not look that nice. All the felt and material is kind of all like falling down, and it looks kind of nasty. This is one of the items I do plan on fixing in the near future, and when I do so, I will make a video of that. All in all, I wanted to recap and go over the things that are wrong with this truck. Yes, there's some body damage. Yes, there's rust all over this thing. Yes, that seat is all turned up, and yes, that roof does not look good at all. That needs fixed. And oh yeah, there's that service airbag light on. But besides those things, only a handful of things, probably less than 5. This truck is a really decent truck, honestly. I've had this thing for 7 months now. I've put 12,000 miles on it. It has not broke down yet, cross my fingers. And honestly, this thing has been a lifesaver. I beat the crap out of this truck and it has not let me down yet. I cannot express how awesome these little trucks are. If you guys are in the market for something that you can throw some tools in and get to a job site or do anything like that, or just have anything in this vicinity, these little Chevy work trucks, Chevy 1500s, 2500s, whatever you want to call them, they are unbeatable. I'm telling you guys. I spent $2,900 on this. I've driven it 12,000 miles. I'm gonna sell this thing for, if not what I bought it for, if not more, maybe a few dollars less. The cost of ownership in this vehicle will be so small, I will recoup most of my money back out of this thing, and I owned it for over 7 months and I put over 12,000 miles on it. You guys cannot beat a deal like this. So I suggest you guys go check out your Craigslist, your eBay, all those ad sites, and look for used trucks like this. They may have a couple cosmetic things wrong with them, but that power plant, that motor, that thing is a beast. I'm telling you guys, it will not let you down. These trucks are bulletproof. They're used in fleets all across the United States. I'm telling you, these guys are great trucks. I hope you guys like this video. If you're in the market for a truck, or you want something just to get mulch in, plants, or you just want something to mess around with and beat up, go check out these trucks. Remember, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.